Okay, and I'm finally off. Those trees still sleeping back there. I don't think I woke anybody up, but I tried to be quiet. Nobody complained, so I'll be happy about that. It took me forever to get out. Couldn't find stuff that was hidden from me in such a small space. It's kind of ridiculous. So Red floated all the way from that bridge, all the way down to there. There's a few little twists and turns in here. It's too cold for me, man. I wouldn't even think about it. He was like, "You want to go do that?" I was like, "Hell no." I thought he was being sarcastic. And that water's rushing, man. I'm kind of scared of water. Okay. Crazy. There are like no clouds. I mean, there's a couple, but you know what the sky looked like last night? Well, since I can see for miles and miles here, I can tell you it's going to be a pretty dull day. Got the winds. Those are pretty to look at. They look less snowy every single day. But other than that, yeah, it's flat nothingness for the next 10 miles to town. Or maybe 8 by now. But at least the road is firm. It's not sand, it's not mud, it's in between. It's nice. It's not sticking to my boots. And I'm not sinking in it. I'm just leaving footprints. Sunrise is going to be crap. You know, see it's happening on those clouds, but you know, there's nothing exciting going on. I'll take it when it happens just to warm up my fingers. I got my good gloves on today. Oh, damn, you've never seen these. I mean, they're not great gloves. Picked them up at a convenience store a few years back. But they're the warmest and the only dry set of gloves I have. I wasn't able to dry out my other ones fully yesterday. You know, they're not wet, they're just moist. And I'm not putting on moist, cold gloves in the morning. Everything is so much wetter in the morning than it is at night. My tent and sleeping bag are soaked. But that tent is like, I don't know, 3 or 4 pound tent tops. But right now it's more like 8 or 10 with all the water. I don't understand why cell nylon is so absorbent. I'm sure we've got better technology than that nowadays. And if it was a garbage bag, I could flick it and the water would fall right off. Sure, there'd be residuals, but you know, 90-something% of it would fall off. Doesn't work that way with my rain jacket and my rain fly. Both absorb a lot of water, but I think that's how they're designed. I just don't understand why. What's going on over there in Hunts? Is that fog? Why just right there? Seems very localized. I mean, there's snow and shit over there, but no fog. Just right here. I've never seen such localized fog. Aliens. It's always aliens. Oh, hey, you're kind of pretty. And non-threatening. Just how I like my clouds. Little sunrise and safety. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's gonna change the landscape. Oh no, it's still flat and green. Alright, well, got some nice mountains over there. Boy, they do look really close. Almost like I could walk right to them. Right, look how close they are. Just right there. That's around the corner. It was a double puffy morning. It was cold enough for that, but I think that's about to change as it comes out. One's one of the better ones of those cattle chutes. I don't know what their technical name is. I just haven't seen a nice one made of metal. Normally rickety old wood that looks like it was built back in the cowboy days. Hell, I'd sleep under this one. That I would. Not quite on top. But hell yeah. I'd totally sleep under there to hide from a storm. Tried to hide behind wooden ones of those in a storm. Didn't work the best. But when, I think it was in Montana, because you know it kind of looked similar to this. There was just flatness. And so, you know, being the tallest thing around a lightning storm is kind of scary sometimes. So I hid by one of those. So, well, mostly I'd block the rain. Not much you could do for lightning. I mean, you hide under anything taller than you, and it gets hit, you get hit. It's kind of how electricity works. Oh, I'm ready for some breakfast. Just passed up like 6 miles. And I doubt the Miner's Grub Steak does breakfast. They open at 11. Nowhere that opens at 11 does breakfast. Okay, now there's exceptions, but you know, in general. But I would go for some fries. I'm not really in the mood for a burger, and that's the most common thing at those places. But who knows, maybe the guys will show up a little early. Nah, 11 o'clock sounds about right for getting there. I'm not moving too fast. I think maybe we can hitch to the next town. Landers, I think it is. Yeah. Sure, they have food. Skies are just so big out here. You know, with no trees or really big mountains or anything to block it off. I hear planes all the time and I can't find them. Yeah, I got nothing else to look for. Like, where is that noise coming from? When I look in the sky, all I see are those weird little specks that move around in your eyeballs. That's all the movement I'm seeing. But I have more of those than I remember. Maybe I'm just able to see them clearer now that I have glasses. Is that how that works? No. They're in my eyes. The glasses shouldn't affect them. Well, according to my phone, I have 5G, which I don't really believe, unless I'm getting it from satellites or something. There is a tiny tower on the hill over there, but 5G just not traveled that far. So I've been confused on that. Telling me I got it. I think they're lying to me. But I'm trying to upload regardless. Maybe get some little stuff done before, you know, I get closer. Maybe there's real 5G and things start happening fast. I don't know. I got battery to burn right now, though. I'm headed into a town. I got 3 bulbs on my big battery and 80% on my phone. So I'm willing to risk the battery life for maybe a little bit faster upload. I can't ask the crew to slow down because I need to upload shit. That's not going to happen. And I don't want it to be what tears us apart. But, you know, recording this and getting it out there is very important to me. And once my phone is full, I have to stop and do something about it. I am not a fan of these thin line clouds. Like when that one passed over, it took my heat away. See how the sky's a different color on one side than the other? Like it ate up my light. As soon as it passed over, the temperature dropped. I was all just frolicking, you know, thinking, this is a tolerable temperature as long as I keep walking. I won't freeze. Then you came along. You think this area is kind of a nightmare scenario for shy poopers? Always worried a truck's gonna come down. I'd wave at you. Shit tickets in my hand. I'm almost there. I'm like 3 miles from the intersection that leads into town. That was pretty quick. I gotta say, I am truly surprised that this, because I called this Satan's butthole last time I was here. This place was horrible. This has been my favorite section. I mean, the last 100 miles I did were more enjoyable than pretty much any other part of this trail so far. For the company and the experiences, cool animal encounters, even the scenery. I had no idea. I hated this place. I don't know if it was the worst on it, because hell, I hated most of the CDT last time I did it. It was just not a good year for me. But this, amazingly enough, has been freaking awesome. I've enjoyed pretty much all of it. Even getting nicked by lightning, that just made it more exciting. You see what superpower I got. Feel stronger. I don't know if that's part of it, you know. Keep trying to shoot lasers at my eyes, but nothing's exploding. But not all lasers are visible. I am way hungrier, but you know, maybe that's how I get. Curious what the prices are going to be at the grub steak. Figure they have to have their food imported in, right? So it's probably not cheap. Shit ain't locally grown. Unless it's made out of black sage and cantaloupes or antelopes. Cantaloupes. That's the only thing out here. Ooh, look at all that shade. What I would have done for you like 60 miles ago. It brought friends. So in order to go into a town that's in a hole, one must climb a hill. Why do you think the mud is all dimpled? I'm going with hail strikes. That's my best guess. I've never really seen dimpled mud before. Oh. Yeah, I'm in mud. Just a wet spot. Well, this tough guy's just up here talking trash. They run when they see me. He's just been up there talking trash the whole time. Tough guy. I've made it to the top of the hill. Oh, there's a vehicle. I didn't expect to see that. I haven't even heard a vehicle in days. Well, it's all downhill then. Nice. All right, so I'm guessing we are actually looking at the town. You just can't tell, but it's like in this hole, I think. Let's go investigate. Second car in just a few minutes. He stopped to talk to me, the other guy, and we didn't actually cross paths because he took a fork over there. But it's nice. He stopped, asked me if I needed anything. And I don't. I'm near town, but thanks anyway, brother. I don't even need a beer at this point. It's early and I'm almost in town. I thought it was all downhill. Why am I going uphill again? But yeah, I could use some. Could you give me a ride to town? Oh, he's gone. I'm not on trail anymore. I can drive to town. Should have asked. Well, if there's somebody coming the other way. No, there's not going to be. I'm surprised to see 2 trucks at all, man. But after this hill, it's definitely all downhill. Fingers crossed. Be prepared to be amazed with the splendor that is Atlantic City. Wow. Yep, that's it. It's a town in a hole. That's it. At least it's downhill, but you know, you gotta go up to get out. Well, that doesn't look as steep. I think, oh no, yeah, I guess I'm walking out anyway. There's no hitching out of this town. Let's see if we can get some grub going in the meantime. Yeah, I figure this town does it the same way where I live. They got this little thing here that gets all the signals from town and then shoots it up to that thing that shoots it to a real tower. In here, my phone does not say I have 5G. It says I have LTE though, so I'll keep trying. When I get at the grub steak, I will see if they have Wi-Fi. It'd be cool if they did, but I don't expect it. I think that's the grub steak down there, and they don't have a teepee in their front yard anymore, man. That's the place I'm looking at. Last time they had a huge teepee to stay in, but I guess teepees would not last that long in this kind of environment. It'd be harsh. I don't know how windy it gets down in here. I assume that's why they live in holes. The wind here gets brutal. Okay, glad I'm not disappointed. I told them, the guys, I was like, I remember the road being so steep going downhill that you like start wanting to use your trekking poles even though it's just a dirt road. Although moist, I have traction on it. Last time I came down it was dry, and dry dust is like lubricant. So like I remember coming down here kind of sketchy. Wonder how many full-time residents this place has. Very quiet town. Doesn't smell like a town either. It smells like nature. I haven't really heard a peep out of anything, anyone. Oh, nice. They got their water source running through town. That's a good looking one too. That's the fire department. I doubt it, but maybe it really is. I have to assume it's a volunteer fire department, and there's no way you're getting a truck in and out of that, so. But I bet they don't even have a fire truck. Why would you need one? You only got all this stuff. Y'all just show up with a bucket and you got it. Imagine that when you mow your lawn, everybody knows about it. The whole valley can hear you do it. Oh, nice, that was a local. He's like, hey man, you got any weed? I was like, no. Do you? And then he went on a long convoluted story about how he couldn't get any. But, you know, friendly dude nonetheless. Told me I can get a shower and some food up here. But I don't think anywhere's open. Quaint little town though. Switch views. I wonder how long these have been here and how many are actually occupied. That's a cool looking house. Needs some love. Okay, if anywhere's gonna have Wi-Fi and outlets outside, it's gonna be this place. I'm doubting the outlets outside just since there's so much weather. Look at the angle of roofs. You know, places have weather when they get angles like that. Well, they still have the skeleton of the teepee. The sign says open, but I highly doubt it is. Oh, it's not lit. Oh, and that sign says closed, so. This is where we hang out. They do have Wi-Fi, but it is locked. I've taken a few guesses, but haven't struck gold yet. I'm gonna peek in the windows, see if I can see a Wi-Fi password written down on a wall. Well, while we wait for them to open, we might as well hang our shit up to dry, because man, it weighs a lot. This stuff is disgustingly wet. And it didn't even rain last night. That's just all condensation. At least a couple pounds of it. I think the tent weighed twice as much at least. Maybe straight puddles when I pulled it out. Oh, it's dripping. Oh, it's more than dripping. Look at all that coming off. Why does this stuff hold so much water? It's crazy. Just enough breeze for me to float it. Just hold one end, test the other end somewhere else. And just a little breeze will do ya. I mean, it collapses, but you know, it's gonna dry way faster this way. Town is waking up already. I've had a few people drive by. Oh, Sasquatch. You never know when that guy's gonna pop out. Gets around. I got creative, used my knife on one end, just wedged it. Found other things to do it on the others. Everything's a sail. And I believe we're dry at this point. Not bad. Only takes a, 5-10 minutes tops if you got a little bit of wind. So no dice here, but the guy that asked me if I needed anything on the road picked up the crew and they're headed to Landers, so I'm gonna ride with them. Everything works out. I tried guessing everything I could for their passwords, but to no avail. So I'm back here with all the gear, just chilling. I got my little window cracked so I don't die. And I think I'm gonna take a nap on our way to Landers. Oh, there's pillows back here. Oh, we got dropped off in Landers. I took a nice nap in the back of that guy's truck. We just had a nice cheap breakfast and or lunch, depending on what you ordered. This place has breakfast all day long, which I totally prefer. Oh, but it's like 10 bucks and I am full. Oh, I love that in a place. Normally when I get to smallish towns, you expect prices to be a little higher, just how it goes. It's harder for them to get the food in. So, I understand it. I don't necessarily like it, but, it is what it is. Red is going to hitch back to Rollins, grab the van, bring it up here, and then we'll figure out where we're going from there. But exciting times, man. It's nice to be fat and happy. They got a lot of nice art. I like their little just art pieces they got in this town. So everything is going really well. I'm going to do a little resupply just for the night. We're going to be sleeping in a park. But the service here is good. I've gotten like 4 or 5 videos up so far. It really helps me out. Things have slowed down. I think I hit near my data limit again. I think my data limit changes each time I get to a new tower. I'm not sure how that works because I thought data limits were for the month. But I get a new warning in every town I go to after I get like a few videos up. So I think I'm checking the system right now. Family Dollar, see what you got today. So Red Hitchback, he was able to get his van. He went and looked for Spoonie, but unfortunately Spoonie was not there any longer. It's a shame. I picked up a plastic one at McDonald's, and it will have to tide me over. It's not foldable like the other one, so I can actually stir stuff with it without worrying about it breaking. So yeah, it tied me over. Trail will provide me a spoon eventually. And we're off to go check out the city park and stuff. See if there's other hikers there. I hear there's live music at one of these bars. They want to go there. I'll go with them. I'm not much of a bar guy, but you know, I'll watch. Okay, we made it to a park where we're legally allowed to camp for like 3 days. There's a bunch of people here. I am lit as all get out because everybody's been feeding me free alcohol. And you know, it's my favorite flavor. But look at all this soft, lush grass I get to set up on. There's plenty of people around, and they're probably annoyed that I'm talking right now. But I don't care. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how to set up my shit while I'm lit. I'll check it out. I threw my poles at the ground. They don't even show up. But I just tucked them in the ground, and they stuck. Wow, my bag glows. This camera does amazing shit. You can barely see the poles, but that bag glows. That bag's just yellow, but I see a nuclear fire on my screen. Oh, my hand's green. Weird. All right, let's see what we can do.
Apparently it's day 69. I didn't mention what day it was the other day. It only matters if it's like a half day hiking or half day of town stuff and a bit of drinking. I didn't intend to drink, it just kind of happened. Birds here are really active, amplified. They just sound louder, like I'm in a bird sanctuary or something. This park is really nice. So I got all the uploading I can do. I've had one uploading all night. It still says it has hours to go. So evidently I've exhausted the towers here. Well, it's time to move on. After a cup of coffee, of course. Because luckily I did resupply a little bit. Not a full resupply, but you know, things like coffee and a spoon and such that I would need. It's only 5 a.m., but I feel like I slept in really late. But I didn't go to bed till after midnight. I was sitting there, well, pretty much chatting with you guys. I was trying to get to as many comments as I could. Well, I was all lit in my tent, so I probably misspelled everything. God, I have no idea what I said. I remember doing it. Excuse me. I just don't remember what I said, who I said it to. But hey, I talked to y'all while I was lit. Take time for it, you know. Good morning. Let's get some coffee going, man.
So that was Mikasa for the night. Tons of tents around. After sobering up and wandering this place a little bit, because the bathrooms are way over here, I totally remember this place. This is where I made a really bad decision to get off the trail. And then I didn't come back for way too long, and I failed. Back when I used to do metal detecting, these things were great. This is where people lose jewelry. I've found quite a few nice rings and bracelets in those things. They're really sandy ones, so people like to wear their jewelry to show off while they play their volleyball, and they just lose it. Don't find it in the sand, but I do. Although I did spend like an afternoon hunting for a needle in one, I remember. Like, I kept getting a beep. It took me forever to figure out what it was. It was a strong beep. Turns out it was a sewing needle. But I got it out there before somebody stepped on it. This place has the most amazing kids playground ever. Right, look at that thing, dude. I want to go play in it, but I know there's rules. I am just a little too tall to ride this ride. Oh, I got so much done last night, though, on top of getting drunk. I didn't mean for that to happen. It all started off with Count saying that he could put his thumb right through a beer, and if I did it, I needed to shotgun it. No, I have not shotgunned a beer since I was like 20, man. When I drink a beer, I just drink it. I don't, need to be speedy about it. But damn, that dude put his thumb right through the base of it, man. I had no choice but to drink it, and well, shit went downhill from there. I had a good time, but I think I was a little on the loud side. I was being kind of a loud, drunk asshole. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if everybody else took it that way, but yeah, I was a loud, drunk asshole. Sorry, everybody. They put the bathrooms way over here. This is my second visit. I ate a lot yesterday, you gotta get rid of it eventually. It's a really, really nice park, man. I'm pleased they let us sleep here. Nice grass, no ticks in it or anything. You don't see this much grass in Arizona, man, unless you're at a rich person's house. It's green for days. I keep looking for ticks, but I haven't found a single one on me yet. Let's blow you up again. Sorry, everybody. Damn, that was my fourth trip there. Ooh, I had a lot. Evidently, somebody got drunk last night, and after he ate a bunch of stuff, went into his tent and decided to start cooking some stuff. Because somebody, not me, it was some other drunk guy, made a big old mess in my tent with top ramen. And it wasn't the powdered kind of flavor adding, it was a liquid one, so a lot of my stuff is going to be teriyaki flavored. Oh, beautiful day though, man. I like the birds singing in this place. The size of the trees. Those things are gorgeous. Got a water supply and everything. Cages for the little bad trees. You guys are in detention. Got no problem with those cages, but like if you go to California, they leave them on there and the poor trees grow up and those cages embed inside of them. We got so much water, it's just leaking out of places. Such a wet state. Oh, we got squirrels. Uh-oh. I left my tent unprotected. We got squirrels. I've seen how fast those things can do stuff, man. I left a jar of peanut butter out once. And I saw the squirrel take it off the table. And I was like, oh no. So I went over, and by the time I had gotten just, the few feet to get over there to stop him, he had already chewed a hole in the side of that peanut butter jar and reached his little arms in as far as they could go. Well, I was impressed. If you gave me that amount of time with a peanut butter jar, I wouldn't be able to chew through it, much less eat a bunch of it. But he was determined. Whew. Okay, nice little stroll for my morning constitution. Well, I'll go back and make another cup of coffee because I know these dudes won't be up for hours. It's probably like 6 a.m. now. Oh, some of these tents are impressively large. Well, there's like, 6 and 8 man tents out there. I'm kind of jealous of it. I thought I was all pimping with my 3-man. And then, thinking I had a Taj Mahal, and there's another dude that has a porch that I could set up on. Tents with porches. That's a cool concept. I mean, I like a vestibule. What's up, buddy? Love those tails. I want one to be my friend. Me and Squirrely just hanging out. Oh, I do not know what's on the agenda today. I think we start heading into Montana today, but there is talk of maybe stopping off somewhere along the way that is, not snowy or horrible, and, you know, hike that for a few days on our way to Montana. You know, I like that these guys do really loose plans, too. They plan just like I do. Like, hey, maybe we should do this. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I'm down with that. That's Count's tent. He can set that thing up in like a minute, maybe two. It is really quick. It takes me a couple minutes to get that done, you know, when it's raining. When it's raining, I am the last one set up. That dude is in his tent and drying off while I'm still out here suffering. I really need to invent a tent that I set up from the inside. I got ideas. Oh, I got ideas. But let's see if I ever implement them. Okay, so we're getting pretty much ready to clear out. I found some power over there on that pole, got my stuff charged up, and I may have had a bit much to drink last night, but some of us had more than others. It's a really nice park. I wish you have a really nice park like this, man. Allowed to camp here and everything. Oh, that's super sweet. Keep the lawn mowed. Got horseshoes. Kids' playground. I should have went and explored it while it was still dark. It's really cool, but it's all the way across there. I'm not walking back. Walked by here and totally missed it the other day. It's a gear and clothing exchange, and it's just time for an upgrade. Oh, look who's all clean. I still got a tag on, man. It's got weird nipple pockets. Just in case. There's one on either side. I don't know what that's all about, but ooh, they're big. I reach my hand all the way in there. It's a place for a phone to go, I'm guessing. Nice. It's about time I got a new shirt, though, man. I don't know what to do with this one. I don't want to just throw it away. We've had some times together, but I'm not sending this home. You know, it's not worth it at all. I get attached to my stuff. See how long I wear this shirt for. Ah, that jerk right there just shit on Red. Oh, got him good. And he's laughing about it. I got you, human. For me to poop on. So we have made it to beautiful Butte, Montana. We're going to start hiking north from here. We're hanging out with Poppins, who has now changed her name to Lucky Strike after our lightning ordeal. She didn't really like the name Poppins anyway, it turns out. So she wanted something lightning-based. It's cooler anyway. But we're here with hanging out with her grandparents. They're taking really good care of us, so awesome. So we're going to kick it here for a little while. I'm going to see if I can fix my tent up, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to go take a shower. I haven't had one of those in a minute. Okay, you can't really see her right now, but dead center there's a huge Virgin Mary statue that we will be walking up to in the next couple of days. We can go inside of it like the Statue of Liberty sees hollow or something. I was able to take a picture with it because my camera zooms farther than the video zooms. But I had no idea that was up there. I'm actually pretty impressed with it. I'm excited to walk up there and see it. Who would have guessed? It's a nice little town. Butte, Montana is not a bad place at all. I'm kind of a fan. It's not even cold. Weird enough, it's like 70 degrees right now in Montana. We've seen snow around, but it's all melting rapidly. So hopefully we don't have to deal with too much of it, and hopefully it's melting rapidly everywhere. But having a great time, man. Lucky Strike's grandparents are cool as fuck. They're actually fun to hang with. I'm drinking wine with them right now because, you know, I'm a wine connoisseur out of a box. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. They light her up at night. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to get up there and see that. That is just, it's so interesting to me. They flew it up there with helicopters. Oh my God, look at, what? Oh, I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, but this is a beautiful twinkling of a city. Look at that. It's like Christmas lights in there. Okay, this is supposed to be a small town, but this is way bigger than the town I live in. They got cooler stuff, man. Although it's colder here, so, you know, I could never live here, but it's a beautiful place to visit. Day 70. I'm the first one awake. I've just been sitting there doing some YouTube stuff, trying to be quiet. The floor squeaks and stuff, and I don't want to be that first asshole that wakes everybody up, so. But I had to sneak out eventually. I was told the mountains are in fog every day. That's where that statue is, somewhere up there. There's a little fresh snow up there too. I can see it on the trees. Nothing that won't like just fall off as soon as the sun hits it. But we got another storm coming in today. More than likely, we have no plans. Which is, I really like that about these guys. They plan kind of like how I do. It's kind of, you know, you get a loose plan and you go with it and you figure it out as you go. That's the way plans are supposed to happen. Set times and schedules, I can't do all that. But more than likely, we were staying put today. There's supposed to be a good storm rolling in, and I really need to fix my tent. So last night I was able to get the Velcro cut into the little strips. Today I'm going to try sewing it on. Let's see how that goes. I hope it works half-assed. I mean, that's my best hope. You know, it works half-assed. It does what it's supposed to. Gets me through the rest of this, and I can say, fuck you, Big Agnes. Yeah, that's my day. So I'm out with grandparents. They're taking us on a little sightseeing tour. We're going around looking at disasters from mines. This one was a big fire that killed a bunch of them. But if you notice their mural, there's an average size and height of the workers. Until you get down here, these ones are kids. Until they play children in there. But they were like, you know, come on, Johnny, you're 10. You can work in the mine now. "168 men who lost their lives in hard rock mining's greatest disaster." 2,500 men lost their lives because safety is expensive. Well, Grandpa Rich wanted himself a dirty martini, so we figured while we're here, we might as well get some Bloody Marys and hang out. Man, it's cheap here. 3 Bloody Marys and a dirty martini and a soda, $16. What? I can afford to be an alcoholic out here. Beautiful day though. Have a good time sightseeing. I should be sewing up my tent, but my fingers really hurt, man. Running that needle through is not easy. I don't know how people sew all the time. I'm gonna try it with some pliers next because I've been using a thimble and whatnot, but it still hurts. I got sensitive fingers. Day, I want to say 71. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It's an off day. I was gonna give this thing a Viking funeral because, you know, we've been together so very long. You know, this thing has literally filtered I don't know, 1,000 gallons of my sweat or so. But, you know, it's made out of synthetics, and the fact that, you know, it's infused with me, it would probably stink while it burned, and it wouldn't burn efficiently. So, just gonna throw it in the dumpster. Feels sad though to just throw it in a dumpster. Kind of like, you know, just throwing your dead pet in the dumpster. I don't know, want to bury it somewhere or something. Goodbye shirt, you were great. I don't remember who bought this for me, but thanks, man. This thing got me through years. But I am digging the new one. You know, it's fashionable, a little lighter color than I like, but it's in the green spectrum. I'm cool with that. It is still a crappy day. You know, well, not crappy, but, you know, raining on and off and stuff like that. Turns out that Count wasn't hungover that morning when he was just all laid out. I mean, yeah, he'd been drinking, but not to excess as far as I can tell. But he had the flu. He thought maybe it was a tick bite for a while, so they went to the doctor yesterday, or the ER, to get him checked out. And they were like, nah, man, you got the flu. So, you know, he's still feeling under the weather, but he's making a rebound right now. Cool, because he's a little kind of life of the party. So it's sad to see him down. We are going to just take a road trip today. We're going to go to the beautiful city of Anaconda, where evidently that's where they smelted all the metals at. and created such poisonous gases that it killed all the trees in this area too, according to local legend. I don't know, I wasn't here. But yeah, it's pretty bad. So we're gonna go check that place out. Maybe stop by Phillipsburg, I think it's called, which is like a beautiful little city. Jim happens to live there. Hey, Jim. Well, I'm not sure if we're going there or not, and so, but you know, if we are, I bet I know exactly where to find that dude. There's a bar. There's only like 2 bars in that town, I think, but there's a really cool bar, and he'll probably be there. We're just gonna take a few days off. I'm still sewing my tent up. I have a good 4 feet of area to still sew. I'm learning as I go. My fingers hurt really bad, man. I don't know how them small Asian kids sew for 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. They must have calluses from hell. But yeah, we're getting packed up, getting ready to go. Loaded with coffee and all sorts of goodness. Grandma loves to cook and I like to eat, so it works out really well. Yeah, let's see what sights we see. In the beautiful town of Anaconda. That right there is the hiker hut. We've lost power in it. We're not sure why. Maybe everybody lost power. I've played with the breaker box and it all seems to be in order. It's a really simple breaker box being such a small building. So I don't think it's that. But I have no way to know if the power went out everywhere else because there's not really city lights or anything. The Wi-Fi here seems to work pretty decently, so hopefully I can clean my phone out. I'm really close. Oh, I'm really close. I just talk way too much. The other day when we got hit by lightning, I had to make that into a 2-part series. It's because I don't feel like listening to what I talked about. For my video maker only lets me go up to 90 minutes. And I went well over the 90-minute mark. And yeah, I could watch the video over and over and figure out what to clip out. Like, this isn't important, that important. But what is important at the end of the day? It's mostly just me jabbering on about nothing. But, so, we split it, made it a 2-parter. Because I'm not going to listen to me and be like, well, that's less important. I'll just cut that right out. Oh, this is more important. I don't know what's important, and I don't feel like hearing myself talking about whatever I did again. But it's pretty nice in here. As far as I know, we're going to be the only hikers, because last time this place saw hikers was like a week ago, 2 of them. But it's nice. They have a lock on the door. They have a lock on their porta potty that only we have access to. So this is just for hikers. That's nice. I like that. We're getting the bicycles ready. Well, actually, Red's getting the bicycles ready. He knows more about bikes than anybody. Air and the tires and all that stuff. And then we're going to go for a slightly drunken bike ride through town. Sounds fun. Oh, here's the town's claim to fame. Reverse view and enhance. That's their claim to fame here. That thing was probably giving cancer to more people in America than tobacco. I don't know. If it killed every tree around, what did it do? Because the trees are just starting to come back. Look at the hills. Again, enhance. You notice there's some trees, but they're mostly bare. From what I hear, that monster is responsible for all of it. And probably others like it. That's just the last one standing. I bet they had those things all over town at one point. Oh yeah, so we're all a little lit riding some bicycles. I'm done pretty well actually. I've only had 3 beers, but well, that's quite a bit for me, and probably within a half-hour span. We're just gonna go explore town a little bit. We have no agenda. I love that about these guys. They kind of run on the same system I do. You just make it up as you go along. Look, Ma, no hands. Look, Ma, no brains. Yeah, already hands-free, mofo. What? What? Who needs hands? Who needs hands? It's been a while since I've ridden a bike in earnest. I gotta take a right. So it is a thing in Montana. Bars is the only place I've ever seen it where they got Shake of the Day. That's what I just played. You get different prizes, but the top prize is cash. The first bar we were at yesterday that the grandparents took us to, it was 50 cents per play, but if you roll 5 of a kind, you get 1,800 bucks. So I'm like, oh, let's try this. Okay, I failed there. I just failed here. They only let you play once a day. If you get like 3 of a kind, you get a free drink. I was like, oh, I'll pass that on if I get that. I just want the free money. Oh, storm clouds are coming in, huh? Ooh, and we're all on bicycles. Yeah, somebody might get wet. Well, it's been raining for a while. We're at like, I think our 3rd or 4th bar. Oh, I'm just having me some PBRs, 1 or 2 at each, so I'm still feeling pretty good. But I do not want to ride home or back to the, whatever it is, that box in the rain. But yeah, it's darker in the direction it's coming from, so somebody's going to get wet on their way home. Riding home from the bar. It's a little rainy. A nice old lady bought me a beer. Made good conversations. Nice little town. I'm rather liking it. People are really friendly here. Just cold and wet and uphill. My hiking muscles are not acclimated to bike riding. Completely different muscles, but I said I needed to work out my thighs. This is how I do it. Oh, a little downhill now. Okay. No hands, no hands, no hands. Oh! I haven't lost my skills. Mule deer just walking on by. Where's the rest of your family? Yum, 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 yum. Oh, tonight for dinner I'm actually able to cook. So I sauteed a bunch of vegetables. We got some bell peppers, onions, garlic, all the good stuff. Reduced them down, you know, did my onions first, caramelized them. Oh, we're going to be having some Texas toast and a little bit of pasta. Oh, my water just started boiling now. It's nice to be able to cook for a change. You know, actually cook. Well, as close as we can get. This is the little room that they gave us. Power, refrigerator, some spare clothes in here. Hiker box. Not a bad joint at all. Really appreciate it because the door locks and everything. So we can just leave our stuff in here and go for bicycle rides. Those are our bikes we were tooling around town. Weird enough, 4 bikes, 4 of us. One of them is really tall. One of us is really tall. Really worked out, man. Huh. Let's eat. Day, I'm feeling 72. Did I say 71 yesterday? I don't know. That was like 24 hours ago. Not keep track. I normally go back and look, but since nothing exciting happened, it doesn't really matter what day it is, does it? We're taking 1 more 0 day. It's supposed to be crappy weather today. One of Red's buddies is in town, so we're gonna go hang out with him. Count 1 more day to heal up. He seems to be doing much better every day. He says he's fine, but we know how guys are. He's not fine. So yeah, he gives us an excuse to take a day off, and I'm glad for it. After that, we already have our hike planned. It's easy 2 4-day stretches, you know, about 80 miles in between each one. So that's pretty groovy. Gives us time to like do shorter days, enjoy the scene, and give snow time to melt and all that fun stuff. But there's this really nice shack. I got 2 whole movies uploaded while I was here, so I'm pleased with that. Buys me time. And we're gonna get something to eat and get out of here. So instead of going over to Red's buddy's house, we went to BLM land. Well, first we went to Walmart to resupply for 8 days of hiking or so. Oh, nice. There's a water source here that isn't normally here. It's kind of a stagnant pool, but it's got a little waterfall going on. Awesome. So yeah, we're up here on BLM land. I'm sewing up my tent, organizing my food, and we're gonna build a fire and cook some bratwurst and stuff. It's gonna be good times. Good times. Yeah, I'd much rather be out on BLM land, pre-dispersed camping, than over at somebody's friend's house. I mean, people's friends are cool, and I got nothing against it. But, you know, people's houses smell weird. You can't put your feet up on furniture, and I'm dirty all the time. And, you know, other people's houses are, you know, not necessarily where I want to hang out if I can hang out on free public land. There are dark clouds moving in, so that might really hinder our cooking abilities. We're gonna have a fire. I don't Have I had a fire in Australia? I don't feel like I have. But, you know, I want to cook some meat on a stick, you know, like my ancestors and shit. But for now, agua. All your good times. We got a fire started. We're hanging out. We're about to start cooking and stuff. Life is golden.